for watching Two Car Pro's Garage. In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a front main seal on a Ford Contour. First, start with removing the passenger side wheel. Then remove the serpentine belt. If you don't know how to remove the serpentine belt, please check our other video on how to replace a serpentine belt on a Ford Contour. Remove the dampener bolt. Sometimes the dampener bolt washer can get stuck on the dampener. Use the bolt to remove it. This is what a dampener puller looks like, and we're going to show you how to install it properly on the dampener. First step with a dampener puller is to thread 3 bolts into the dampener. This next step is very important when installing your puller. After you have the bolts hand tight, use a ratchet to tighten the bolts, making sure the puller is flat with the dampener. Doing this step incorrectly could cause damage to your crankshaft or the dampener. Thread the inner shaft until it is up against the crankshaft. Use a socket, rotating the threads clockwise. Doing so, this will pull off the dampener. This is what a front main seal looks like on a Ford Contour. With a standard screwdriver, carefully remove the seal. Once removing the seal, it is a good idea to wipe away the area that you will be working on. Run a thin silicone bead around the diameter of your new seal. Install the new seal into the block. We like to use a large socket and small hammer to apply pressure to the seal to make sure it is installed proper and flat. Wipe away any excess silicone. Next step is to install the dampener back on the crankshaft. An automotive trick is to leave the dampener out in the sun, allowing the dampener to expand due to heat, making it easier to install on the crankshaft. The bad seal has put a wear mark on our dampener. One way to fix that is to use a small piece of sandpaper, bringing down any high points, guaranteeing the new seal will do its job. Clean the surface that you have been sanding. This is what your dampener should look like, a flat surface for your seal. We are going to show you how to use a dampener installer kit. When installing the dampener, we like to use a small amount of grease, where the new seal will be riding on. Notice the key slot on the dampener, and then the key on the crankshaft. Those will need to be aligned when installing the dampener. At this point, never use a hammer or a rubber mallet to install the dampener. Doing so will damage the thrust bearing that your crankshaft is riding on. Thread the dampener installer into the crankshaft. Next, thread the outer nut clockwise towards the dampener, pushing it into the block. Next step is to use wrenches, one to hold the inner shaft and one to spin the outer nut, pushing the dampener in. The dampener will be installed fully when you will not be able to turn the nut anymore. Once the dampener is installed, remove the dampener installer. Run a thin bead of silicone rubber on the dampener washer before installing it. Our last couple steps is to tighten the dampener bolt, install the serpentine belt, and replace the front wheel. This has been another video for 2carpros.com. Thank you for watching.